So my week started on a Tuesday, as this Monday we were graced with a bank holiday and therefore a long weekend. But currently I'm on my general practice block, and this was pretty much my first full week at the practice. I arrived and set up in one of the rooms and prepared for the activities of the day. I saw a few patients independently, which is one of the highlights of GP placement, as it makes you feel like a real doctor. As a final year, that's really important because I need to be carrying that confidence forward next year. After a busy morning session, I had my lunch and then saw a few patients with one of the other doctors in the afternoon before I headed off to catch my train back home for the day. So on Wednesdays, we don't have to go into the practice. So after making breakfast for myself, I sat down and attended some of my online lectures for the day. The lectures we have on Wednesdays are on the topic of global health and are elective. And after finishing those, I worked on my portfolio for a bit. Then, taking advantage of the flexibility of a Wednesday, I headed off on a run, which is something I've not done in a while because I fractured my toe a couple of months ago. But honestly, yeah, London is one of the best cities you can run in because the views are just amazing. This was my longest run since my toe fracture, so I was pretty proud of myself. And afterwards, I prepped for the next day and then went to bed. So Thursday meant going back to the practice, and I really found myself looking forward to heading back as I was feeling productive and was feeling like I was getting a good return on the time I spent there. This was my second day I was seeing patients independently, so I felt a bit more confident. So I set up my room and got straight to it. The things I saw this week included skin conditions, UTIs, gastric conditions, and mental health, so really a bit of everything. And how it works is I saw the patients on my own and afterwards reviewed it with my supervisor. Afterwards, I attended teaching at the nearby hospital on general surgery and on IV fluid management, which were both really insightful and engaging. So I've really been finding the commute, the GP placement, a lot more tolerable than the past few placements I've had because it just involves one mode of transport, a train, and then a bit of a walk. And the walking is honestly good as it gets me active and it gets me nice and woken up and fresh for the day. Today was a really interesting day as not only did I see some new patients, but I also managed to review some patients I had seen the previous day. And that's one of the special things about being a medical student placed in general practice. It's that you get to see a patient through the different stages of their care, their first sort of presentation, and then reviewing them afterwards as well. So after loading up on a quick meal deal, I saw a few more patients with one of the other doctors at the practice who I shadowed. And then I headed off, culminating my first full week at the GP. After getting home from the GP, I basically used Friday to unwind and went on a really nice walk along the riverside and took in the beautiful London sunset and called it a week.